Good evening and thank you for joining us. I am Amaya Norman.
And I'm Trenton Whiting.
From 1 p.m. to 5 p.m., Angel Lucy Funeral Home held its annual toy giveaway for local families in need. With over 6,000 toys available and 700 people registered, the event spread holiday cheers and support the community. More than 1,000 children received gifts, bringing joys during the festive season. Angel Lucy continues its tradition of making a difference by providing toys to the children in need, helping them brighter their holidays. Angels Lucy brings a joy every year for 7 straight years.
So this is very important to me, and it's near and dear to my heart. It's a big event. We couldn't do it without all the help of the volunteers, and it's truly a blessing for us. It's a joy and a privilege. And I thank everybody for the opportunity.
The owner purchased the toys for each of the families to host this event. Many of the workers expressed how meaningful this event is to their business. The families also showed their appreciation for getting their children an early Christmas gift and more.
The Victoria County Commissioners will meet for the final time in 2024 tomorrow. The court will make appointments to the Victoria County Historical Commission. They'll also look to approve several budget amendments made throughout the year. County Engineer John Johnston is mentioned in the agenda as well, as the commissioners plan to approve his ability to take further action related to the Victoria County Regional Public Safety Training Center.
Now a 12-year-old is now in custody for a deadly shooting in Wisconsin. The Milwaukee Police Department said it arrested the 12-year-old after a shooting that took place at a home on Saturday afternoon. A 32-year-old man was shot and later died at the hospital. Few details are being released about what led up to the shooting, but police said that this is now known it started with the argument.
Heavy snow is falling in the Sierra Mountains in Northern California, and that is making traveling more difficult. But some drivers are braving the conditions because they have plans to ski or other activities.
The weather in the foothills and into the mountains creating dangerous driving conditions. The sun rising this morning as both rain and snow pelted the ground. Plowing as much as possible off the roads, conditions still left people stranded.
Changing conditions catching people off guard, specifically those who did not prepare for this amount of snowfall. A lot of people trapped up here in Nyack.
I'm coming like last night. The attack from here is no moving. That's why I stay here.
Oh, your truck isn't moving?
Yeah, it's no moving, yeah.
Others buying chains.
We're actually going to get chains in store right now, and we're heading up there.
Okay.
While some regret the drive up.
Did you anticipate this weather?
We knew it was going to snow, but we didn't know it was going to be this bad, right?
Do you have any advice for people who are trying to drive in conditions like this?
Stay home. Stay home.
Down in Baxter, Interstate 80 eastbound shut down for a time because of the numerous spinouts in the mountains.
We're in it. We're nowhere else. Yeah, nowhere else to go. We're in it till it clears up.
We were going to go up to Tahoe and just spend the night up at the Ritz up in Truckee, and the kids are going to go skiing and take ski lessons tomorrow.
I think they said 4 hours. We're going to wait the 4 hours probably.
We wanted to just give it a try and see if we can push through.
Did you have any idea it was going to be this much?
I did, but
I didn't. I was optimistic about it. I thought maybe we could push through.
Difficult travels and tricky weather coupled with ever-changing conditions. A weekend to keep an eye out at what the forecast has in store. In the Sierra, Erin Heft, KCRA 3 News.
Now it is time to check in on our weather with First Warn Storm Team Meteorologist Trey Mining. Trey.
And good evening, everyone. Let's take a look at the radar. Seeing a few little blips here and there. Some small areas of drizzle and light rain. Very, very small indeed. Not really amounting to too much on the rain buckets around the Crossroads region, but it's out there. It's evidence of the deep tropical flow off the Gulf of Mexico as it continues to bring in that warm air and the drizzle and very humid conditions. Front to the north will move through midweek, which will change all that. How cool will we get? We'll find out coming up in the full forecast.
Thank you, Trey. Well, with just 2 weeks to go until Christmas Day, there's still time to finish your holiday shopping. But what about your holiday shipping? That's another story. Deadlines for getting your package shipped in time for Christmas are quickly approaching. For the U.S. Postal Service's ground shipping, the deadline is December 18th within the lower 48 states. For USPS Priority Mail Express, you have until December 21st. For FedEx, the deadline for 5-day shipping is December 17th, or you can cut it as close as Christmas Eve, December 24th, with same-day shipping. The deadline for UPS is December 19th or December 23rd with next-day air. So that can lead us directly to our viewer poll. How do you prefer holiday shopping? Online shopping, in-store shopping, or you don't participate in holiday shopping, you'd rather save some money? Looks like about 47% are just going to stay at home and order online, which is exactly what I'll be doing as well. But thank you for participating. We hope you continue to go to our website, crossroadstoday.com/vote, to continue voting.
Now, much of the world is glued to the online world, and that includes children, teenagers. In Washington, members of both parties are pushing to pass a bill that aims to protect youth from potential threats. But so far, things are still standstill.
Nearly half of all U.S. teenagers admit they're online constantly, according to a recent Pew Research Center survey.
It's about saving children's lives, and this needs to happen now.
Mary Rohde's teenage son Riley took his own life in 2021 after falling victim to an online blackmail scam. She's calling on lawmakers to advance the Kids Online Safety Act.
By passing KOSA, members of Congress can leave an enduring legacy of protection and accountability. That is what they are there for.
The Kids Online Safety Act mandates platforms to have safeguards in place for minors, including restricting access to their personal data and parental tools.
We need to have protections in the virtual space for children, just like we have in the physical space. And kids are dying.
The bill overwhelmingly passed through the Senate in July and advanced through the House Energy and Commerce Committee. However,
it needs a little more tweaking, and we'll do that. I think we can do it early next year and get that achievement done, and I'm grateful for all the hard work that's been done on it.
House Speaker Mike Johnson says the legislation is dead for now.
The Speaker is virtually alone in the United States Congress. Republicans in the House and the Senate favor it. Democrats in the House and the Senate strongly support it.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
A middle school student from Dickinson, Texas, just outside of Houston, has inspired his community. Tato Walker is a 7th grader with autism. Tato loves basketball, and over the weekend, he scored his first ever basket.
Wow.
Getters on three! 1, 2, 3, Getters!
There you go, Ty.
They said I made the team, man.
After trying different sports, 13-year-old Tate Walko scored with this one.
I like basketball because I like basketball.
At his last game with the Dickinson Junior High basketball team, this shot is something his family and his team won't forget.
A mother wants their child to be happy.
His parents are just happy seeing him on the court, at the edge of their seat, cheering him on.
As a mother, like his 1 minute in a game means more to me than somebody making 20 points a game.
Make sure you make smart passes.
His coach Terrence Franklin.
I felt I was in a position to where I could make a young man's dream come true.
Giving him an opportunity Tate's family is grateful for.
It was very special. That was his actual first bucket of not only of the season, but this was his first points ever, playing the sport. And
Tate has surprised everyone, putting in the effort with his team.
You have to work out and try.
Now part of a brotherhood.
We get to hang out and chill, man.
Something that fills his parents with joy to see him do the things other kids are doing.
There is hope. It goes to show that, just because you think your kid can't do it, they'll prove you wrong.
For Tate,
it was a great sport ever. Yes, athletics should always exist.
This team and this sport give him a sense of belonging. His parents never put limits on what he can achieve. Proud of the support and acceptance from their community, hoping everyone can do the same for more kids like him.
It's promoting awareness of being inclusive in that, our kids can do anything.
Reminding us all, almost anything is possible if you set your mind to it, especially when someone gives you a chance.
I think they're waiting for me.
A New Mexico teen is facing murder charges after allegedly killing 4 members of his family. According to New Mexico State Police, the 16-year-old boy called 911 around 3:30 a.m. Saturday and reported told the dispatcher that he had killed his family when deputies arrived at the home in Belen, about 30 miles south of Albuquerque. The teen was found to be intoxicated and was taken into custody without incident. 4 victims were found inside the residence, all deceased from apparent gunshot wounds. The teen has been charged with 4 counts of first-degree murder. He's underwent detox at a local hospital and has now been booked into the Juvenile Justice Center in Albuquerque. And Al-Jazar, a photojournalist, was killed in an Israeli airstrike on Sunday, exactly a year to the day after one of his colleagues was also killed in an attack.
Ahmad Al-Lu was among 5 people who were killed by the strike, which targeted an office of the Civil Defense Service located in Gaza's Nusrat camp. That's according to the hospital which treated the casualties. Al Jazeera has condemned the attack, saying Al-Lu was, quote, brutally killed, while covering the civil defense's attempt to rescue a family severely injured in an earlier bombing. The Israeli military claims the site was being used as a command and control center by Hamas and Islamic Jihad militants who are planning a, quote, imminent terror attack against IDF troops. The civil defense stressed that it has no political involvement.
Now in Texas, health advocates often find themselves playing defense to encourage leaders to preserve the state relativeness frugal public service offering while also pushing for more. To read this full Texas Tribune article, visit our website at crossroadstoday.com. Now, for more on today's news story, come to crossroadstoday.com. Don't forget to submit your birthday wishes. Carolina Estron and Parker Cox will read them live on 25 News Now Sunrise. You can also submit a local military hero so we can recognize them. Coming up, Trump's appoints Devin Nunes to chair Intelligence Advisor Board. Up next.
No doubt about it, it was very warm today, high 86 degrees. We set a record that was set back in 1933, 83 degrees. Cool air is on the way. When will it be here? Find out in my full forecast.
President-elect Donald Trump named Truth Social CEO Devin Nunes as the latest member of his administration. Nunes will serve as chair of the president's Intelligence Advisory Board, which consists of citizens outside of the federal government. According to a social media post from the president-elect, Nunes will continue to lead Trump Media and Technology Group. Nunes served as chairman of the House Intelligence Committee from 2015 to 2019.
Now, President Biden and Vice President Harris attended a holiday party at the Democratic National Committee in Washington, D.C. The event took place Sunday. Both the president and vice president thanked donors and DNC staff members, and they promised to stay engaged after their administration ends in just a few short weeks.
And let us always remember our country is worth fighting for, and our spirit will not be defeated. And I promise you, I will be with you every step of the way.
It's also been an incredible honor to serve with someone of immense character that she demonstrated through her entire career, Kamala Harris. I knew what I was doing, asked her to be my vice president. I knew her. I knew of her. I knew about her. I knew her record. I trusted her. She always served this country with purpose and integrity, and she always will. And you're not going anywhere, kid, because we're not going to let you go. Not going anywhere.
The president told the assembled crowd that it is more important than ever to keep organizing. He said the measures of a person or party is how fast they get back up. The First Lady and First Gentleman also spoke at the event, praising the integrity of their spouses.
Obesity rates in U.S. adults appear to be on the decline, according to a new study published by the JAMA Health Forum. For the first time in over a decade, obesity dipped slightly from 46% in 2022 to 45.6% in 2023. The study, which analyzed data from over 16.7 million adults, found the most significant decreases in the South among women, adults aged 66 to 75, and Black Americans. Researchers suggest weight loss drugs like Ozempic may have contributed, but other factors like the COVID pandemic could also play a role.
Guinness, the top-selling beer in England, is facing potential shortages as sales soar. One London pub reports doubling its Guinness sales compared to 2 years ago, with young people and more women contributing to the rise. Influencers on TikTok have also boosted the beer's popularity. To manage demand, Guinness' parent company, Diageo, has informed pub owners it may impose limits to ensure supply during the holiday season. Now experience our digital streaming service, Crossroads Today Plus. Stream our daily newscasts and much more using your connected TV. Just download Crossroads Today Plus on your Roku, Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, or Android TV. Just search Crossroads Today Plus.
No doubt about it. It was very warm today, high 86 degrees. We set a record that was set back in 1933, 83 degrees. Cool air is on the way. When will it be here? Find out in my full forecast. Good evening, everyone. Trey Mining here. Hope you had a great weekend. Look at the temperatures in the 70s, all even this hour, all the way from Victoria down to the Rio Grande Valley and up to the north, Dallas, 73 degrees. But what's up in Amarillo? It's much cooler there, 57 degrees. Why there's a front about right here, roughly, between Lubbock and Midland, about Wichita Falls, and points to the east from there. And this cool air is waiting in the wings, waiting for a push from high pressure behind it, which will finally get this front into South Texas coming up by about midweek or so. Give us some rain chances, yes, but more importantly, perhaps and more noticeably, cooler temperatures coming up for the middle part of the week. Temperatures currently in the 70s area wide and not falling too much more than this for the overnight lows, but thanks to that humidity in the air, kind of keeping that temperature pretty much steady. And the southerly flow still continues off the Gulf of Mexico. Few little light rain areas, especially west of Victoria and also south of Galveston area and south of Houston. Extending on up I-35 toward Dallas and arcing back toward Shreveport and Tyler, Longview area. So definitely the humidity is in place for the state of Texas, but that'll be changing after that front moves on through and pushes that all into the Gulf of Mexico. And future temperatures, early morning hours for you Monday, starting off in the upper 60s to near 70 degrees, so definitely not too cool at all. We'll be near 80 degrees for the daytime high again for your Monday. And let's take a look at the future tracker map here. High pressure to the north. Front moving through, coming up for your, not for your day on Monday and the Tuesday, kind of moves back and forth a little bit. Now waiting for the push from high pressure, which will push it out in the Gulf of Mexico, coming up for your day on Wednesday, probably in the morning time, after about 6 a.m. or so. Winds turn around the north and we'll clear out and give us some chilly temperatures coming up for the end of the week. Something I think we need around here. Kind of puts everybody in the holiday spirit. Victoria, 70 degrees by 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. Cloudy skies, a little bit of drizzle here and there. It's definitely warm and humid on the hot side, in my opinion. Highs 80 degrees or higher by the afternoon hours. Cuero, about the same. Starting off with cloudy skies, a little bit of light rain and drizzle possible in the morning hours. Highs in the low to mid 80s, more than likely. For Port Lavaca, the same as well. 70 degrees by your 9 a.m. hour. And in the upper 70s or 80 degrees for the daytime high by 12 noon or so, and toward the 6 p.m. hour as well. Partly cloudy skies. There'll be some peaks of the sun coming through the afternoon hours especially. Now the extended forecast. Here's what I'm talking about. Clearing skies by the afternoon hours. Highs near 80, still warm for your day Tuesday and more than likely for your day on Wednesday. The front moving through in the morning time. And then the temperatures take a tumble. We're in the 60s for highs and maybe some 50s north of Victoria coming up for the time period Thursday through the weekend. Lows in the 40s by then, so feeling more like Christmas season should by the end of the week. Until then, warm and humid, running the air conditioners today, running through your day Tuesday and Wednesday, and then big coat time coming for Thursday to the weekend. Take a look at this right here. This is the QR code, and you get your smartphone, scan the code you see right there. They'll take you to a webpage. You can download our app, news, weather, and sports at your fingertips. Very easy, convenient, free of charge to be connected with us.
The Class 3A Division I All-District selections were made this past weekend. See how the Edna Cowboys ranked and more in sports. It's been an eventful season for the Crossroads when we're talking about high school football. We saw two teams in Ganado and Shiner make it. But let's talk about a team whose season was still dignified and well noted, especially according to their district. Class 3A Division I had their all-district selections yesterday, and the Edna Cowboys pretty much headlined this event. Edna is a team that went undefeated all season long, and when you take a look at their roster, these awards should be self-explanatory. The tandem in Chase Schubert and Braylon Harris all being recognized. Braylon Harris, known for his great play on both sides of the ball, talk about the Travis Hunter effect, being named the district MVP. And then there's Chase Schubert, who was named the offensive MVP, and on the defensive side, there was Hunter Buehring winning the defensive MVP. Head coach Jimmy Mitchell was also named Coach of the Year. Big congrats to Edna on these awards and their season. And let's just hope that some of those players that plan on going to the next level won't run into too much transfer portal problems. So yesterday we talked about the Aggies and losing some commits, but switching on to the Longhorns who might have ran into some good luck regarding the transfer portal. We're talking former Purdue defensive tackle Cole Brevard, who committed to the Longhorns. Brevard, an Indiana native who spent 3 years at Purdue, finished with 39 total tackles, 2.5 sacks as a Boilermaker last season. So that's great news for them, but but they won't have the 6'3", 305-pound defensive lineman to help them up front as they get ready for this playoff run. They will be hosting the Clemson Tigers on December 21st, which is this Saturday. So yours truly, Ray Robinson, will be here to talk the game. Make sure you tune in to KAVU as we recap that game. This game will determine who faces the reigning Big 12 champion in Arizona State in the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. And the Houston Texans has the AFC South on lock. And today at NRG Stadium, they might have put a master lock on that conference. Anyways, I tried. They hosted the Miami Dolphins. The Texans starting off strong with big size up front, adding pressure to Tua, and Will Anderson gets a sack, which also causes a fumble on this play. And in the words of Michael Jordan, that was all he needed. Tim Settle finishes the recovery and gets Houston the ball. The following play sees the Texans at 3rd and 3, and here's Stroud unbothered and fearlessly as he meticulously worked his way up the pocket to locate Nico Collins for a 6-yard touchdown. Texas will go on to win this game. Final score, 20-12. So, you know, on this NFL Sunday, you can say the state of Texas had a great day. Let's go on to the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas taking on the Carolina Panthers. After both teams went scoreless in the first quarter, the Cowboys find themselves at 3rd and 4th, and Cooper Rush aims at the end zone and finds CeeDee Lamb to get the touchdown. The Cowboys went on to win this game. Final score, 30-14. And lastly, let's talk about the Rockets. We got highlights now, and yesterday they took on the Oklahoma City Thunder in the Emirates Cup semifinals to determine who would face the Milwaukee Bucks. The Rockets was a team to bring the fight to the Thunder. Jalen Green knocks down a shot with a hand in the face. Green finished with 12 points and 3 rebounds and 2 assists. But the leading scorer, believe it or not, came off the bench. Ahmed Thompson with 19 points and 7 rebounds, shooting 60% from the field. This game also saw Steven Adams return, playing 6 minutes, registering 4 points and 6 rebounds. And it's also important to note that the Dallas Mavericks won their game, beating the Golden State Warriors, setting an all-time game record in 43 made three-pointers. And that does it for your sports. Amaya and Trenton.
Thank you so much, Ray. Malcolm in the Middle revival is coming to Disney Plus. Coming up. Welcome back. Now let's have one last look at our weather for this week with meteorologist Trey Mining. Trey.
And once again, let's take a look at the weather for the week. And for tomorrow, partly cloudy skies, and by the afternoon, highs are 80 degrees. Pretty much the same with small rain chances Tuesday and Wednesday when the front moves through on your day Wednesday. And then the temperatures turn cooler, and the 60s for highs more than likely, maybe some 50s north of Victoria. Lows in the 40s coming up for the next several mornings beginning on your Wednesday evening into the weekend. So time to get your big coats out by then. Until then, highs near 80 degrees. Definitely on the warm side coming up. Some light rain shower chances coming up for Tuesday and Wednesday. The temperatures cooler coming up by the end of the week. Make it a great week and have a great one.
A popular classic sitcom from 2 decades ago is set to make a comeback. Variety reports that Disney Plus has made a deal for the revival of Malcolm in the Middle. The show, which debuted in 2000, won 7 Emmys during its 7-season run. Original stars Frankie Muniz, Bryan Cranston, and Jane Kasmerick are set to reprise their roles. Disney-branded television has signed up for 4 episodes, but there's no word yet on a premiere date. Oh man, I loved that show so much.
That was your favorite show?
Yeah, I loved it. It was, okay, favorite, maybe not, but that was part of my childhood.
It was part of my childhood too.
Yeah, I got a glimpse of it in the reruns, like when it came on Nick at Night, so I wasn't a Fox guy.
See, that's the thing, because people saying it was on Fox, it didn't transfer over to Nickelodeon, and then now it's on Disney Plus.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. As long as we get more of that.
Well, as long as you get more of it.
Exactly.
So,
that's all I care about.
Maybe it should be on Netflix. Maybe it should be on Netflix. I
Probably
see it
should.
as a Netflix show than a Disney Plus show.
4 episodes. Netflix is more like, you know, we want to give you a
Yeah.
full season to binge. You know, they're not
Yeah,
really.
Netflix is kind of known for having their short series with
Yeah.
documentaries and stuff, so it sounded like a Netflix
Yeah,
formula.
yeah. But thank you for joining us, and remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Crossroads.